Hey everybody, welcome into another edition of 5 Fantastic Minutes. Coach Brian here. Hope you're coming off a great weekend, and we're going to be continuing on with part 5 of our Twisted Thinking series. Hopefully you're learning so far. If you haven't had a chance to watch these, please make sure to go back and check out our YouTube station and like these videos and comment on them, interact together on them, share them with other people you think it may help, and certainly subscribe to our YouTube station if you haven't done so yet. The first 4 that we went over is all or nothing thinking. Part 2 was overgeneralization. Part 3 was mental filter. And part 4 was discounting the positives. Today in part 5, we're going to be talking about magnification. Now, looking at my notes, what the magnification is you exaggerate the importance of your problems and or your shortcomings, or you minimize them. It can actually work in either way. Let's talk about some examples first on exaggerating. This is actually an industry that does this in orthodontics and even in dentistry and other healthcare-oriented industries. You tend to exaggerate your problems, and what I mean by that is I feel, and a lot of us out here that are kind of outside your world but help you, we feel that you exaggerate things that actually are happening to every single industry on the planet. Couple examples: price shoppers. Have a podcast coming out soon. If you're watching this in March, the podcast in April is going to be talking about how you're doing to your business, exactly what price shoppers are doing to your practice, right? We're all looking for a good deal. We want the best value we can for our money, the best return for our money. So what do we do when we're shopping for a vehicle or some nice clothes or whatever it may be? We look for the best deal. That's no different than what patients are doing. And inevitably, whoever gets that business is the team in the practice that presents the best, has the best sales, the best experience, all the things that we talk about, right? But you can't over-exaggerate that problem with price shoppers because it happens inevitably to every single business, especially when you're commoditized and you're in a place where people have multiple choices, all right? Next thing, no-shows. Happens to every single industry. Lawyers, real estate agents, doctors. Us. Had a story for you one time, or have a story for you. One time we had this doctor inquire about our services, and his number one complaint, his number one frustration was high patient no-shows. We scheduled for whatever, at 2 o'clock on Tuesday to have a Zoom session to dive more into the business, what we can prescribe to help him. Guess what he does? He no-showed us, and we've never heard from him again. Boom, the same person that was complaining about the no-shows no-showed us, right? Look, the problems that exist inside your practice, they happen every type of business in every type of industry out there, especially the commoditized competitive ones that I was talking about, okay? So you can't magnify these as if it's your own problem. Same thing, finding really great employees watching. This is a business owner dilemma. Finding good and great employees that truly care, that will do whatever they can to help grow that particular business, that practice. Those are hard to find. And those are really hard to find in orthodontics and dentistry, et cetera, right now. But they're also hard to find in the restaurant industry. They're hard to find in every other industry there is out there. We live in the same world with Right Chat, with New Patient Group. When we go out and finding great people that will fit into your culture, that will do anything to sacrifice to give the customer a better experience, a more memorable experience, they're hard to find. So you can't act like it's just you. Now, this also works, like I said, the other way around. You can also minimize some of these problems. Back to the no-shows. A lot of times people will say, the no-shows are just bad patients. We don't want them anyway. Or those price shoppers, just bad patients. We just need better patients, right? So that's kind of the mindset. Those are 2 tiny examples of a much bigger picture. But this is how you minimize things, meaning that you don't look within and say, look, the no-show happened because we didn't sell the value to get them excited enough to see a difference in us on why they should show up to our doorstep. Or the person does show up to your doorstep and doesn't buy, and instead of you saying it's a price shopper, they're a bad patient, you say, hey, look, they were probably seeking out a couple different practices, and we're probably more expensive than those couple practices, so clearly we didn't know how to place the value on why we're different, why we're unique, why we're innovative, why we're worth the extra money. Now, that's not to say they're going to buy all the time, but, and we see it time and time again, you know that out there, is there are quite a few people that go in with the mindset of a $5,000 price. That's just what they have in their mind. But it doesn't mean they're not willing to spend 7, but you, via every interaction you have with them, you've got to be great. You've got to be exceptional. You have to be unexpected. So don't minimize the problems either, meaning don't blame other people. Look within. Compliance, the same way. They're not scanning. They're not brushing. They're not showing up to the appointments, right? Those are things you can control through verbiage, presentation, all the things that we teach. Okay, so don't minimize and blame somebody else. Okay, so hope you're enjoying this twisted thinking. That is magnification for you. Have a great week. Do great things for your patients. We'll come back and see you soon. Bye-bye.